What's going on, guys? It's your boy Marvelous. I'm gonna get my opinion today. First time ever going live. And today's subject was going to be on the erosion of humanity. Oh, we got a notification. Nice. Brand new, first time doing all this stuff, so bear with me. I think I got my hands on it for the most part. I kind of understand what's going on with this, but maybe my quick spill on this. I said that I wrote this a while back too. I believe that current society and family dynamics have dynamically changed over the past 80 years. Once before, people actually depended on their families to survive, but in today's modern society, due to the services and resources made available by society, life has become a lot more simpler to approach. So much simpler, in fact, that people have time to waste in being entertained by various sources. Entertainment is a big part of modern day society. It's no longer a luxury, it's more of a necessity component for society to thrive. People need to be distracted from their everyday lives to not feel bored or useless. Entertainment provides amusement and enjoyment. Being in a constant state of happiness appears to be the goal for so many people in today's society. Life made easy has taken away the value of humanity itself. Things and people are being taken for granted because of the amount of effort it takes to create or sustain them. Little effort equates to little value, and the incentive to bring people closer together begins to fade once society begins to present more options to individuals to make a name for themselves and to stand out amongst their peers rather than standing with their peers. It can always be better. In my opinion, it can always be better. Needs to be changed to you can always get better. Self-improvement, self-esteem, self-discipline, self-managing, self-made. In order for society to recover, in my opinion, people need to find ways to self-reflect and be more accountable for their decisions. People need to find ways to better themselves before approaching a situation. And that's just my 2 cents. So that's pretty much my opening where I wanted to go with this conversation. What we can do as individuals to better ourselves and understand this thing called life. I think a lot of people have to start like accountability with themselves first and foremost, and understanding why they do what they do, rather than trying to figure out what makes other things tick in order to control that. Why don't you try to figure out yourself and what makes you tick? Why do you do the things that you do? And who are you exactly? Because I believe a lot of people, take things outside themselves and identify with it. It could be certain ideas, and nothing wrong with taking inspiration, but it's the way that you, I would say, start to make decisions, or how you decide to plan those things that inspire you to do one thing or another. Some people try to copy what someone else has done to get their same results, and it never really goes down that way. So I'll go back to the subject, but the corrosion of society I've seen is that when people look outside themselves and look for ways to escape through all types of forms, not just media, but it could be through drugs, it could be through just about almost any obsession to distract yourself. And a lot of people, I believe, also, it's hard to give grace to themselves. People are very hard on themselves. It's one thing to be humble by whatever experience you're going through when you fail at something, and to learn and to slow down and then just reapproach it, or to outright avoid it if not worth the gains for the loss that you're willing to take. There's so much. Oh man, I'm getting lost in this for a second. There's so much when it comes to life itself and what you're going to do to approach it. it, the best way I could sum it up, and this is not even me who said this, but life is a decision-making process. And since it is a decision-making process, there's steps to it then. Steps to the process. I've always said that the best decision you can make is a wise decision. After that, knowledge, and then your feelings. It's easy to give grace to those who don't know any better, and they just have to go off what they feel. That's understandable. We're all ignorant. No one knows everything. So it's a lot, if not most things you are ignorant to. That's a great claim to say. But when you do know something and you choose to go against that with your feelings, you're just being stupid. And that comes with a certain level of maturity. And maturity is going to be measured upon how in control you are. How much control do you have over your decision making? Are you going to allow things to fester and manifest in you in a way through manipulation? You know what I'm saying? Like, there is so much that you need to be self-aware of when making decisions in life, but there are things that I said before in this opening that are just there to distract you, to make you forget yourself at times. And being that we are ignorant, not knowing, that goes against us, and we tend to forget at times the process that I talked about before makes it almost impossible to do life without doing something stupid for the most part. It's going basically human trial and error. But you have to always remember to be humble with that. So what I've concluded is, in life itself, being a decision-making process, being aware of who you are, knowing how to identify what you're feeling, why you have certain ideas, what has inspired you, what do you plan on gaining, and kind of finding the hypocrisy in yourself. You're going to find a lot of it. I promise you that. If you're humble enough, you'll realize that you're really no different than everyone else that's around you. The only difference between you guys is what decisions y'all guys made for the most part, really. I mean, everyone has a life to live. Everyone has free will to make choices, and everyone is ignorant. That applies to every person on the planet. So how do you make that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you become better in life with whatever it is you're trying to strive for? I always say that I think it takes a lot of effort on an individual to, like I said, have self-discipline, being patient, not too hard on yourself, and there's no need to judge people. It's only going to limit you as an individual, because by judging an individual, saying that this is what it is, it's like making a final determination. And that's not really true, because that person is still living while making decisions. You are not what the people define as, or what you define them as. People are more complex than that. And I think when we try to sum up people's lives, it kind of shows how narrow-minded and short-sighted we can be, not with just the things around us, but you should be very aware of, but even with ourselves. Because we can say to ourselves that I'm just whatever it is you're inspired to be. You could be that position in the moment, but that's still just a limitation to who you actually are. You are actually limitless and boundless to whatever it is you want to be based upon what it is you know. So that's all I have to say for today. I was going to open this with a panel, but I still got to learn this thing. I don't know. I don't really have it figured out just yet. I see something out here that says something about invite. I think it's for something totally different. I'll look at the videos later, and I might do some reviews too. This whole live thing is new to me, so I'll figure it out eventually. All right, guys. That's all I have to say, man. Peace and love. Take care. I'm out.